Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I have another treat box to share with you. And this one is a triangle box. It will hold, I thought it'd be really cute for like these little Lind truffles for the holidays, but you can put any kind of candy in it. Even an itty bitty small gift will fit in it. It's super cute. But this one is a little bit different. I've done one that was smaller before, and this one's a little bit bigger. Actually, it's a lot bigger, and it has a little fold that it'll fold into itself. So it took me forever to figure out the measurements. I think I did like 5 different boxes before I got the right measurements so that it would fit inside of here. But I'll show you that in a minute. It has, I put the ribbon on here, and I don't want to take the ribbon off to show. All you have to do is untie the ribbon to open up the box. But these are what I'm sharing. I did one using our Be Merry, and then this one is using our, can never remember the name of this one, but it is the Merry Little Christmas Designer Series paper. And I'm going to do this one because I've been using the Be Merry quite a bit, and so I really like this one. It just looks like sweater weather type box. It just looks so cozy to me. So this is the one that I'm sharing today. So we're using the Old Olive. This one again is Cherry Cobbler with the Be Merry, and then I used the Emerald Envy. I thought the Emerald Envy looked really cute with the Cherry Cobbler. So that is what I used on these. So let's go ahead and get started. Now this video may be a little bit longer because it is a little bit more of a finicky type box. It's really not hard at all, but it has a lot of like detail to it. So this piece we're going to use Old Olive, and it's 9.5 by 8.5. And then to mat it, you'll need 2 pieces. This is our Merry Little Christmas Designer Series paper. And then you are going to, these pieces are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and you need 2. And then a piece of Whisper White for your sentiment. And then this is the stamp set that I'm using, the little things. I love this. I'm going to use this a lot. I know for sure for the holidays because I'm always making little gifts for friends and neighbors. So this is the one we're using, Sweets for My Sweet. And then this one is also for Halloween, and it says Trick or Treat Spookylicious. That's really cute too. And then this is December Deliciousness. I'm going to be using this in an upcoming project. And then this is made extra special for you. And it's got these little stars and hearts, so you can use it for different occasions. It's a really, really cute little set. Okay, so let's get started. So to score this, let me grab my scoring tool here. We are going to score it on the 9. You're going to just use an 8.5 by 11 and cut it to 9.5. And so on the 9.5 inch side, we're going to score it at 3/4, and then 3 3/4. And make sure your box is really square. You score it straight. And then this is 6.5 is the next. And then you're going to turn it on the 8.5 inch side, and you're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 5 3/4. Okay, and we're done for that part. Now we're going to do a little bit more scoring, but it's going to be done hand scoring. I'll show you that in just a minute. So this is what it looks like. There's a 3/4 inch side right here. So what we're going to do with that side is we are going to cut off these 2 corner pieces. And then this side. And then the next thing that we're going to do here is we are going to cut this a little bit different than I normally do. Instead of creating score marks, I'm just turning it to the side that has our little flap, and you're going to cut like a 1/2 inch from this score mark here. So I'm just eyeballing it. This is not critical. You want to try to make them as even as possible, but it is not critical. And then we're going to cut across all the way to the second score mark here. So what we're doing is just creating another glue tab, just like that. We're going to do the exact same thing on here, cut about a 1/2 inch, and then we're going to cut it off. Okay, so you got that? We got 2 now little glue tabs here. Alright, so then we're going to do the exact same thing, turn it around and do it on this side. So we're going to do it a 1/2 inch from the score mark, and then cut this off all the way to the score mark there. This way it frees up your flap right here. We're going to do the exact same thing on this side. This makes it so much easier than having to score, and you don't want any score marks in that middle one. And there we have our other one right there. Alright, so next step here is that we need to find the center of this square right here, which this square is 2 3/4. So we are going to mark it. You can use a pencil or a little pen. I'm just going to use my little pen right here. And it in half will be 1 3/8 inches. So 1, 2, 3. And then just put a dot right there. That's going to be your center point. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. We're going to mark it 1 3/8. And that's going to be my center part. You aren't going to see the dot, so we're going to fold it on the inside. Next thing that we're going to do is you are going to take your bone folder and you're going to go from that point to the corner here. And you're going to score that. And then we're going to go from this point to this corner. So we're making a triangle. This is what's going to form that triangle on your box. So now we have it scored just like that. We're going to do the exact same thing on this side, from that point that you marked to the corner, and then from that point to the corner again. Alright, so everything is scored. Now I am going to sharpen up all these score marks, and then we're ready for the next step. Okay, I have everything scored here. Now what I'm going to do is I am just going to cut some little triangles off here and here. This is just going to make the box fold in a lot easier. So we're going to do it on all of these. These don't have to be, these are going to be inside, so you are not going to see all that. And then I am also going to trim this so that it folds in, and I do take quite a bit off of these so it folds inside the box nicely, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, so that's what we have right now. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to trim up these. So you're going to just trim, and you're going to have like about a 1/2 inch thing here. And we're going to do the same here. It takes a lot of bulk out of the inside of the box when you do this. So we're going to do that on all 4. So that's it. We are ready. Now the piece that I cut off, when I cut that off of the end here, when I first cut the piece off, there's a piece here that was left. This is going to go on the inside of the box, and it's going to go on this side. This is what our little flap is going to hook into. This piece is going to be 3 3/4. Let me see, is it 3 3/4? Yes, 3 3/4 inch by 2 inches. Now I'm going to cut that because I didn't even think to cut that piece. So we're going to cut it at 3 3/4. So you're going to use every bit of this paper, this 8.5 by 11. And then we're going to score it at 1/2 on each side. So you'll need a 3 3/4, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. And I don't even know if this is 2 inches. No, it's not. It is 1.5. So that'll do. That's fine. It doesn't have to be any specific length. We are going to fold these under, and make sure you use extra heavy duty adhesive like Fast Fuse or your tear and tape for this, because you want these to stay together. Now this is the side of the flap. We're going to do it on the inside here. So I'm just going to center this on here. And if you want, you can put a little more adhesive on the bottom. You don't need to. And so this is going to fit inside here when our box folds up. And you do have, in this case, you're going to have to like play with this. You have to loosen up the fibers on this a little bit when you're ready to put it together, so it goes in easier. I had to do it a couple times before I could get it to look right. Okay, so now let's flip it over, and we're going to add adhesive. We're going to add it here and on this side. We are going to bring this up here, and we are lining these edges together. See how it's forming the triangle? And I do want to cut this a little bit. And then we're going to put this one up here and line that up. And you have two options. You can just seal one side here and make it easier to get inside your box, or you can seal both sides. I sealed both sides because you can put your goodies in through the top here like that. So I like that they're both sealed. So now we are going to put adhesive on these two sides. And we're going to line these up. And I do need to cut, when you come to the corner here, make sure your corner is cut enough at an angle so these meet up really. I'll show you here in a minute. So you want your point to be really good here. You don't want anything hanging above that. And then we're going to seal this side. And you can go in with your bone folder and seal it up. Now, you don't even have to put this flap on. You can do it like this. You could punch a hole in here and run your ribbon through, but I really like the idea of it being sealed. So you're just going to, like I said, you can work this a little bit. I actually used my bone folder to loosen up the fibers a little bit on there, and then you can put that inside just like that. See, and it seals right up. So just loosen up those fibers. This one went in pretty good actually, but my other ones I had to really like loosen up. I did it 2 or 3 times and then it went in really good. So that's your box. So now we're going to add our matting here, and I'm going to just use some snail for that. And we're going to mat this on the front. I love this paper. It just reminds me of a glass of hot chocolate, a sweater sitting on the couch, I don't know, with some hot cocoa. Okay, so we are matting both sides. I'm going to use some of our basic black ribbon, and this is our stitched ribbon. And I'm going to cut enough, and I'll tell you how much you need right here, just about. So you will need like 12 inches. And we are going to put this on. I'm going to use some of our white baker's twine, and I'm cutting double. I don't know, I'm gonna double thing. I like it to be fuller. So if you have some kinks in it, just take your bone folder and run it across there, and it will get rid of the kinks. So we're going to just tie a bow around the top here. I always need two hands to do this. I'm going to just flip this over the top. You know, someone told me to use one of our little clips, and that would be such a great idea if I had one sitting right here. It would make things super easy. Up. Oh, look at that. You know what? I'm going to see if I have one sitting here anywhere. And nope, I don't. Okay, if you have a little clip, it would be really handy to put on and hold your ribbon on. I get so many tips from y'all. I'm so happy that y'all give me these little tips. It really does help a lot if I would just implement them. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. I usually do this in my lap, but that's why it's so much harder to do it in the video. I'll just sit it in my lap and do it. I think I got it this time though. There we go. Okay. But I have it really uneven. I need to pull this. There we go. Phew! Alright, so now let's just make the bow. And then I'm going to cut this. You can make your bow whatever size you like. I cut way too much. So it's going to look like that. And then we're going to get our Whisper White out, our stamp, and we're going to use some Old Olive. I love this stamp set. If you really love making treat boxes and stuff, you need this stamp set. Look how cute that is. Okay, I am going to bring the big shot up here really quickly. I'm using our oval stitch shapes. I'm back in that groove of using the stitch shapes. I love the stitch shape. And we're going to just put this out. I got my magnetic platform. And we're going to center that. I hope I moved it over. Yep, I think I'm okay. Now we're going to run that through. And you get that so adorable little stitching around the edge. I love that. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is grab some dimensionals, and I'm going to put one on each side here, and we're going to set it on our box. This box, it looks very difficult. It's not at all. Once you do one, you are going to make, it's going to be so much more easy. But it's well worth it. It's super cute. And it makes such a cute little, will be a really cute little gift. I thought these would be really cute teacher's gifts. So that is it. Here's all 3 of them. And I really love these. Give it a try. It's a lot of fun. So if you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and shop right from my blog. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.